We achieve a lot beyond the age and limit. But with all these, this generation is known as spoiled and indisciplined compared to the past decades. So, we gave a useful and interesting topic for the argument. Does parental care help in disciplining the children or spoiling them nowadays? It seems important as it is one of the present needs to have an analysis study on this topic. In such a way, we expect to keep attention and encouragement for our team who are ready to debate. And we welcome you all for our debate. To start this debate, I would like to call Joshua for this time. Does parental care help in disciplining the children?
Respected correspondent, principal, teachers, and my dear friends, a very good morning to all. It's my pleasure to stand before you in this special occasion with my words to repeat on a beautiful topic. Does parental care help in disciplining the children or spoiling them? Being a child of my wonderful parents, I proudly and eagerly speak God for my parents as they care, love, and guide me to be a good person and a student. Parents' love is the foundation on which a child's birth is built. My parents are the one who overwhelmed in joy about my birth and ever before my birth. Their care started very early from womb, and each and every moment they have ventured from my arrival into this world. They dreamt of me, and my arrival was a grand celebration for them. Each parent plays an irreplaceable role in the lives of their children. The relationship is a profound impact on a child's mental, physical, social, and emotional development, as well as their overall well-being and happiness. The relationship between the parent and children impact the children not just in childhood but throughout their entire lifetime. They support motivate the children to an higher grade. Every parent wants their children to be disciplined, obedient, skilled, and challenged to face the problems and overcome the struggles and lead a successful life as a student and an individual. They dream and work hard for the better future of their children, and they support themselves. It's from parents, children, learn the life skills, ethics of life, and moral values. They support motivate the children to an higher grade. As the child gets all moral, physical, emotional, and mental support from their parents, thus such children can lead a disciplined life. So parental care helps in disciplining them, not spoiling them. As a parental care helps in disciplining them, not spoiling them. With this, I conclude my words. Thank you.
Wow, a very good start, Josepha. Parents dream for their children. It starts even before the child's birth and extends to parents' care. The one selfless love of this world is parental love. Wow, a good start for this day's argument. Well done. Let's see what the next team is going to say as a reply for this strong argument. For that, I would like to call Tanya from opposite team to talk on parental care spoils the children nowadays. You got a big hand.
Respected correspondent, principal, teachers, and my beloved co-students, a very good morning to all. I take an immense pleasure in sharing my view on this topic. Does parental care help in disciplining the students or spoiling them nowadays? My friend who talked before me from the opposite side had talked much about the parental care in a very emotional and sentimental way. What then for a big round of applause? That was quite interesting. I'm not going to refuse those things because I know we inherit the inborn nature, character from our parents, and they cast us a lot to develop us in every sphere of life. But at the same time, we have to remember the practical facts around us. It is very prevalent among our surroundings that even our parents would say that discipline level of children is old comparing with their childhood on their generation. Generation after generation, discipline level of children is declining but not increasing. You must keep this in your mind that they cast us, they only teach us everything about life and discipline. What happened to their care? Parental care in the earliest generation was helpful in disciplining the students. That they guided and controlled their children's activities, spent time with their children, and taught how to respect the elders and others. Fear and respect for their parents and elders were in children's mind. That prevented them from indisciplinary acts and protect their life. But the present condition was upside down. Parents are spending time in mobile phones and TV serials and they don't have time to spare with their children. We could see this in every family that they don't have time to discipline their kids. Number of orphans and orphanages were also increasing by neglecting the parents, and number of old age houses were also increasing. Then how a child can learn to love and respect their elders? Even the present parents are not loving and caring about their own parents. The crime rate among juveniles gone up from 6.7% to 7%. According to the latest NCRB report, 7 out of 100 juveniles in the country involved in some criminal activity. The crime done by children and the crime against children are also increasing nowadays. So many parents are unaware of the mental stress that their own children experience the crime against her. When it comes to their knowledge or to the public knowledge by others, it will be very late. Children are not sharing their problems with their parents. Instead, some other. If the things are like this around them, where is the parental care? On the other hand, over-pampering parents also spoil their children's life, as they all control their children's wrong deeds. Here, I want to stress my point that parental care is spoiling children's life, not disciplining them. Thank you for giving me this opportunity.
Well said, and a good reply from your side, Danya. As you say, the children today are very careless and lethargic in all their acts. They pay no attention to the advice and instruction given by elders and parents. Your efforts have no effect in the children's disciplinary activities. Instead, it spoils them even more. Now the other team has to answer this. Let's see what they are going to say. Father, I'd like to call Josna from opposite team to talk on parental care, helps in disciplining the children nowadays.
Good morning to everyone. It's my delight to share a few words on parental care helping in disciplining children. You may have heard this that behind every successful man there is a woman. But I want to say that behind every child who believes in himself is a parent who believes first. My friend said that nowadays parents are not caring their children. They are spending time in TV serials and mobiles and other activities. Yeah, it may be true, but not for all parents. In olden days, there were a huge number of children in a family. Over-control and corporal punishments were given. Parents were struggling to manage their family. Parenting care was not much as in nowadays. Nowadays, the present parents have 1 or 2, maximum 3 children. That is also very rare among the families. They care each and everything about their children. They are ready to do anything for the happiness of their children. In families, both the mother and father work hard to earn and give a safe and comfortable life for their kids. They are very selective in the selection of their school, food, dress, and the things they use. They provide everything for the happiness of their children. They become intolerant to the sufferings of their children. Parents may not have a comfortable life or may not wear good dress, but they garnish their children with all those things. Whatever the things they long to for in their childhood, they missed in their life, they want to give all those things to their kids. Parents want to give all those things to their kids. The good education we get today is the care of our parents only. The number of government school children is decreasing. On the contrary, number of private schools and private school going children are increasing because the present parents want and spend much to give good education for us. That's why we are studying in Harvard, or else we would have studied in the government schools. From stationery to each and everything we use and enjoy is only our parents' care. Whatever they do, everything is to provide a bright, blessed and disciplined life and future for us. As these things are like this, how can you say that their care spoil us? It is ridiculous. So finally, what I want to stress is, any parents care, discipline me, and I am not aware of opposite sides. Saying this, I want to conclude my words. Thank you.
Awesome, Josna. You have strengthened the argument on your side. As you said, the present parents are loving and caring than the past generation parents. They are much better than the previous generation, and they are lauding their kids as a precious one. Today's children their parental love towards them. Now, Ansley from opposite team comes to talk on parental care spoils the children nowadays.
Respected dignitaries, honorable judge, teachers, and my dear fellow students, a warm and pleasant good morning to all. I'm here to share my opinion that the parental care spoils the children. My dear friend who has spoken before me has entered with a challenging question that her parental care disciplined her but not aware of us. I can say that my parental care disciplined me. I'm not rejecting that, but not all the parents are like that. Dear friends, see nowadays number of CD collections and number of online shopping apps are increasing. Are they meant for parents or children? And see number of beauty parlors and beauty products are increasing. Does any child go to the parlor or only the young generation? Present parents are beauty conscious too, so they spend for clothing and beautifying them also. But this is not the point I want to stress. I want to say that present parents are overprotecting and pampering. They are always asking their children to pamper them in everything. Mother is pampering from father's scolding and father from mother's scolding, and both are from teachers and elders' correction and disciplinary acts. They provide everything for their kids, provide merit to the children what they actually need. Their influence will be there in the children's life in all the activities. If their kids are punished for any mistakes, they become intolerable and question to others and even to the teachers also. Clashes and fighting would raise between both the parents for punishing their children with each other. But these overprotection and pampering make the children mentally weak and intolerable to accept any corrections and denials. Even they are incapable of facing single word or simple problem they face. So they take wrong decisions like committing suicide, violating and overruling the laws. NCRB data had revealed that of 1,64,033 people who had died by suicide in India in 2021, where 10,732 people were below the age of 18 and 56,563 people in an age group of 18 to 30. A total of 35,950 people who had died by suicide in India between 19 to 21. Nowadays, present parents want their children to be the first and best in everything. It's good, but it becomes horrible when they want their kids to join in multiple activities like dance, studies, music, and also want them to be excellent in everything. They spend much, but they have to accept the group. Nobody can be the best and first in everything. Most of the children are in frustration, confusion, aimlessness, lack of confidence, and incapable of facing simple problems against them. The greatest gift that the parents can give to their children is spending time with them, not the things. Thinking clearly and making decisions correctly is the best thing that the parents can give to their children. So, I conclude my words that overparenting care of present age is spoiling the children. And I conclude. Thank you.
Wow, a meticulous argument. Right, Ansley? Each and every point are profound and thought-provoking. See the present day parents, their dressing sense, their lifestyle have improved as their modernity improved. That marks their concern towards their children is decreasing. A child needs instruction of parents always, as the Bible says, while walking, standing, laying, all the time they need instruction of their parents. But the present children are not getting it and they lack guidance and instruction of parents and they follow premature adults. Good. Now I call upon Savannah to speak on parental care, helps and disciplining the children.
Honorable correspondent, principal, teachers, parents, and dear friends, a very good morning to all. I am privileged to stand before you to express my thoughts on parental care helps in disciplining the children. As I am the final speaker of my side, I am compelled to bring forth the strongest points to strengthen the argument of my side. My friend who talked before me said that the present generation parents are complaining that their children are not obeying and their indisciplinary acts are increasing and increasing. It is not the problem of present, it is the problem of all ages. I want to say her this, do you know the great Aristotle, the master of great Alexander, who lived before 1500 years? He said like this, the generation children are not giving respect to the elders.
Your point is that the previous generation children were good, but present only bad. But Aristotle, who lived before 1500 years, said that this generation youngsters were not giving respect to the elders and they are indisciplined and indifferent. What does it mean? It means that the generation by generation, the generation gap is there in all ages. As the years pass by, the mind settings, thought and way of approaches and ideology also goes on changing. Those who are intolerant and not able to cope with the fast changing society only complain like this. But those who are able to understand the privileged generation gap won't honor like this. Once a mother got a letter from her son's teacher, she read and was shocked because it read that her son is good for nothing and asked her to keep her son at home. But she did not lose hope. When her son inquired about the letter from his teacher, she said that as he is an intelligent student, they are incapable of teaching him. So she became his teacher and motivated him. Her hope and motivated encouraged him and finally become the greatest scientist ever. Do you know the greatest scientist? The scientist is Thomas Alva Edison. Is that boy? What a parent can do in developing their children is proved here. Her love, care and motivation in developing him as a scientist. Parental care can discipline the children. How many talented students we come across nowadays? It is all of their parents. Already by birth, children inherit their inborn nature and qualities of their parents. But when it holds hands together with their love, care and motivation, that encouragement makes them achieve a lot. So I stand by the side of the parents and their care disciplines the children, not spoiling them. Thank you for this opportunity.
A very fine defensive talk from your side, Sunana. Keep it up. Generation by generation, now the discipline level is declining, but the generation gap rises up, which makes a lot of annoying movements. According to Shakespeare, when a man grows up, he reaches into a jack stage and he starts to judge everything and everyone, which creates a lot of annoyance. It was very clearly analyzed by Sakana. I thought I had to go with you in judgment, but let's see what the next party is going to say. For that, I call upon Anne Sujiba to talk on parental care spoils the children nowadays.
Honorable correspondent, principal, parents, teachers and dear students, good morning to all. It's nice to meet you all in this special day with my words. On behalf of my side of argument, I want to extend my words how parental care spoils the children nowadays. And in one school, the school management prohibited the students of wearing watches as there was a great competition in boosting up their richness if they are wearing of watches of their kids. Even there were no difference among kids, wealth or anything, but it is parents who inculcate the poison of caste, greed and status in the minds of their children. The article reads like this in the evening: there would be great competition, fashion show among mothers while they come to take their children from school. It says that who needs advice? Parents or children? Parents only need counseling regarding this. This is the reason why our government has announced not to wear colored dresses during birthday also, because most of the parents want to show their status, riches and boost the pride. These things are poison in the innocent mind of the children in the generation in another view. Most of the children use mobile phones in early childhood. They are addicted to media and games. It affects their mind, health and they become stressful. They won't show any interest in studies and other useful activities. It's because of today, parents providing everything, whatever the kids want. The third point is punishment by teachers had also been prohibited, and most of the parents do not like the teachers punishing their children. This gives the children a reckless freedom which is dangerous for their life. Out of love for their children, they start to pet them. But afterwards, when they grow up, it becomes impossible for the parents to control them. And most of the parents are afraid of whether their kids would commit suicide or go away from home. With this fear, they avoid punishments, scolding at home also. And that becomes a reason for the great disaster in the kid's life in the future. It becomes like a well-known story of a boy. A mother had a son and she loved her son very much. Once once the boy had stolen some money from others. Instead of scolding, the mother didn't say anything, so he didn't realize his mistake. When he grows up, he became a criminal thief and a murderer. When he was sentenced to death, he asked the authorities that he wanted to meet his mother. When his mother came, he said to her that she is the reason for his miseries. She did punish him for his mistakes, which led to the great disaster in his life. Nowadays, this generation of parents are also like that mother. On the contrary, my fourth point is some parents over-control their kids and are not developing good relation, affection, love towards their kids. They have to balance with love and discipline the kids in a proper way to create a better world. Finally, another problem with parents is comparison. Most of the parents compare their children with others, so it affects their kids and that becomes a reason for the mental stress, misbehavior and indisciplined activities. So that's why, because of present generation of parents overprotecting the children, always comparing with other kids. Some parents dictatorship like control, freely giving costly Android mobile phones. Some parents addicted to TV serials, not able to accept the punishment of teachers for the betterment of their kids. And parents not showing proper respect to elders in front of their children. Of course, few parents are without any of the above generation spoiled characters, exactly like Thomas Alva Edison's mom. But about other parents, I hope the judge can give the correct verdict.
Wonderful, Sujiba. You have given crystal clear examples from journals and present life people. Now to come to the end. By hearing the arguments and points, I am also ready to judge. When I think about this, I try to bring all the strong points and enlisted argument by both the teams. As we all know that the present generation parents are loving and caring when we compare them to the past generation parents, right? But also at the same time we have to think, because of the excess love and care given by this generation parents, the spoiled young generation also growing in an alarming manner, which is not good for us. So while realizing, what I want to say is that the present parents are loving, caring and they are spending much for their children, but also at the same time we have to think whether this care and love is intensive or showing nowadays, because show kind of love trend is increasing rather than the real love among all relationships. If the love and care is really true, neglecting children and abandoning the parents won't be there among us, right? Those who really mean it, just check whether you are spoiling your children with your excess love or you guiding your children in the right ways towards the disciplined life. And also I want to register what you expect in your children. First of all, you be like them, interrupt them. Be a role model to them. So for parents as well as children, I want to say that the present parents are loving their children a lot wholeheartedly. But sometimes without their knowledge, they spoil their children with their excess love. So at last, I want to say, those who can balance with both caring and disciplining could attain success in disciplining their children. So begin to discipline your children because they are the future of your family, our nation and our society. And thank you both.